Welcome to the Risk Taker Podcast. I'm your host, Ebens, man. How you guys feeling today? I hope you guys feeling amazing, having an amazing week, having an amazing weekend, man. Listen, each day that God give you, go out there, bless somebody with your skill, with your gift. We have another one. We have another one inside the building, man. I have Dr. Angela. How you doing today?
Oh, Benz, I'm doing extremely well. And there is no worry set within the dimension of my destiny. And there is the cultivation of everything that I'm supposed to acquire in the daily reservoir that has already been given to me from eternity past.
Welcome inside the Risk Taker Mobile Podcast Studio, where dream chasers, entrepreneurs, and leaders share the risks, the lessons, and the journey behind their success. Our mission is simple: inspire you to bet on yourself and chase your dreams.
For the people who don't know you, for the audience who doesn't know you, can you tell them who's Dr. Angela, what she's about? For people who don't know you, because we're gonna be having a conversation where we're gonna talk about
That's
the
perfect.
risk, we're gonna talk about the failure, we're gonna talk about the success. But
Yes.
for people who doesn't know you, can you tell them a little bit about who's Dr. Angela?
But first I'm going to say, who is Angela Lee?
Okay.
Because doctor is only one destination. So we have multiple destinations. We have multiple callings, multiple momentums within all of our lives. So if you're asking about Angela Lee, I'm Angela Lee, the mother of a 35-year-old. I'm an Angela Lee of a husband named Bill. I'm the Angela Lee of a studious woman. I'm the Angela Lee of someone who loves people. I'm an Angela Lee who loves to indoctrinate truth into a heart that is ready to receive. I'm the Angela Lee that was raised in New York, born in Brooklyn. I'm the Angela Lee that didn't do what I was supposed to do when I was a little girl and a teenager. I was actually a rebel, but then I became the Angela Lee that got down to business and understood there's more to life than fooling around. There's more to life than disobedience. There's more to life than recklessness. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Angela Lee and you and everyone listening, we are formatted in different dimensions of our lives. We have destinies. We do not have a destiny. We are plural in every dimension of our lives and livelihood. Do you understand what I'm saying
Yes,
to you?
I do.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
That
You
makes
said-
perfect
you said
sense.
it all. You said
and
it all.
I went on to get a doctoral degree in education, and I went on to get a doctoral degree in theology. And my parents, the late Annabelle and Selden Dix, were amazed that I finally decided learning, etched into my mind, into my ear gate, was the position and posture I was supposed to be a partaker of. And it had changed the whole outlook I have about business. Everything about business, everything about leadership, everything about submissiveness, everything about being a woman that is not puffed up and being a woman that would learn how to move and maneuver in this earth according to the desire of a great king. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Does that make perfect sense?
Make perfect sense. Make perfect sense.
Come on, brother.
Come on. You gotta keep on preaching. Now let me ask you this: throughout your whole journey,
Yes.
what is that one risk that you took that changed everything for you? That one thing, because in our journey, there's one decision that we made.
Yes.
No, it changed the whole. Like, I could speak for me. There's a decision that I made.
Yes.
There's a couple of decisions, but one of them is that I went back to school. I went back to college.
Yes.
When I went back to college, I met my wife. That was one of the biggest blessings.
Yes.
So that decision that I made
Yes.
led me to my blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So it changed my whole business career, my whole
Yes.
family.
Yes.
Because I made that decision by going back to school and I met her there.
Yes.
And what we accomplished together, what we have together, it's by the grace of God. But that one decision right there, if I didn't make it, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you.
Yes. The risk in a positive endeavor was to take sound wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? You have to know when you hear wisdom. I had to take sound wisdom I was learning and apply it. You see, knowledge is input. Wisdom is output. So I was hearing wisdom, which became knowledge. When I applied it, it became wisdom embedded within me. The one thing that changed my life was how to identify wisdom versus nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? Some nonsense can sound good and it may sound reputable, but it's not wisdom. You understand?
Everybody talks about taking risk, but not everybody moves. The risk taker. Ignition Box was built for the ones who move. Included inside is a signed copy of Dream Chasers, our risk takers, the 90-day execution book, our signature Dream Chaser tee, and our exclusive risk taker cap. This is your uniform for your next 90 days. You wear this and you better be ready to back it up. Pre-order now at thedynamicduospeaks.com.
If I gave you the definition of a heart, wisdom in my heart, and I drew a picture of wisdom in my heart, first I would have to tell you what the picture of a heart looks like. So I had to get that wisdom where? Embedded in my heart. Well, the word heart in itself, if I were to draw a picture of heart, and I could, it's a picture of a shepherd's staff, and it's a picture of a house or a tent. The shepherd's staff means authority. So what is the heart? It's the authority within. So what authority did I have to place in me? The authority of wisdom. That is the one thing that changed the entire outlook and the dimensions of my life. And if I had not ID'd it, if I had not identified it, then I would be in oodles of trouble. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
I wouldn't even be sitting here right now. So that was the one thing. And I say to every leader, identify wisdom. You have to know the difference between wisdom and nonsense. You have to know the difference between wisdom and someone that is trying to take advantage of you. You have to know the difference between wisdom and how your foot shall be ordered. Do you understand what I'm saying, Benz?
Yes, I do.
That's crucial. That's crucial in leadership. That's crucial in business. But to have the moral standing that is attached to wisdom, they are intertwined. Morality and wisdom are intertwined. Do you understand? Anything we do today will leave a legacy. What are you doing? What are you doing? And your precious wife, you're leaving a legacy. Why? Why? Because your name matters. Your name matters. Do you understand? There's nothing like a good name.
Shoot.
Can you imagine a good name with wisdom? Oh. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
That's crucial. Wisdom brought you to this.
Yes.
Wisdom brought you to One Way Insurance Group. Wisdom brought you to so many dimensions because you had an ear to hear. Many people don't have that. Now, there are negative risks.
That's true.
I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. That would throw me out of the reservoir of the beloved momentum that my life and your life should intertwine. We're on the river of destiny.
Let me ask you this. How do you get the, because people might be listening, like they say, this is not like the wisdom, right? Where do we seek for the wisdom? How can we hear or search for the wisdom that could change our life? Now, how can we do that?
Oh, wisdom is implanted in the scriptures. That's the only wisdom I know. I'm not heralded to comply with the wisdom of men. Oh, the wisdom of the word. You know, the word means order. The wisdom of order, which is inscribed throughout all the scriptures. That's what I seek. You understand?
Yep.
You have to seek wisdom. When you get that on your palate, see, you have to have a palate for wisdom. Well, what does that mean? See, your palate is the roof of your mouth, where the taste buds are also located. When Solomon asked our Father for wisdom, it wasn't like he didn't have it. He had it growing up his whole childhood. But he wanted more wisdom in his palate, in his taste buds. That's why we taste and see. What do you see? Wisdom. You should be crowned with wisdom. Do you understand? What diabolical entity can come against that and survive? Do you understand?
Yep. Throughout your journey, what's one of your biggest failures? Because people might look at Angela Lee, Dr. Angela, the businesswoman, the speaker, the international speaker. Now you're doing all these things, but they don't know what you have to go through to become that person, to have that wisdom.
Yeah.
What failure that you had to it could be lesson that you had to learn along the way to become the woman that you are, now that God designed you to be.
Yes.
You know?
What is the failure?
What's the failure? The lesson.
Oh my.
I know you probably have a lot.
Oh, do you know I have oodles and oodles and oodles of failures. But they each taught me something. But I really don't call it failure. I don't call it that. I call it a lesson.
Lesson.
You know, do you say to your children when they didn't do something right, do you say to him, you failed?
No.
No, you don't say that. You say that to your precious children.
No.
You failed.
No.
No. You say, what did you learn?
Yep.
What did you learn? What registered in your mind? What flourished in your thoughts in the middle of the night? What woke you up at 5 a.m. through what you learned? You see, so I could take what I learned and I said, oh, well, all right. I missed one ingredient. Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed 5 ingredients. So I get my act together, get back on that horse, start riding again, all into the sunset. Come on now, let's see the vision. and I have discovered, oh, I'm not a failure. I didn't fail. I just had to learn what ingredient was missing. Do you understand? See, even how we speak to people makes all the difference in the world. So when you ask me, I'm speaking to you.
Yep.
And I'm speaking to everyone else. It's not failure. There was an ingredient that was lacking. That's all.
That's all.
So we are given another opportunity to learn what that ingredient is. And so we forego what we did before. And so the cake tastes better. You understand?
Right.
The muffins taste sweeter. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
The fried chicken is not bitter and all full of that and garlic overtaste. You understand? The meatloaf is more well cooked because we've added the missing ingredient. That's how life is. We keep adding the ingredients.
That's true. Missing ingredient. Because if you had that missing ingredient, you could have anything that you want. Now it's just you're missing. Because some people might be on the edge right now. They don't know what the next level is. Now, like you say, the missing ingredient, it might be that.
Let me say something to you. I woke up one morning and I said to my husband, I've got to I've got to publish a magazine. He said, Benz, he said, how are you going to pull that off? I was thinking in my own head, how am I going to pull that off? You know, I don't have a background in publishing. I don't have a background in editing. I don't have a background in marketing. I have none of that. But there's someone listening today. You woke up one morning and you had this grandiose thought. You said to yourself, how am I going to pull that off?
Yeah.
Well, guess what I did? I started pulling it off one page at a time. I had a speaking engagement at an HBCU. So I decided to bring a 4-page newsletter that all the listeners could have. It was a gifting. Well, someone said, wow, that's a nice looking newsletter. And they were feeling the pages, you know. They said, oh, this feels like silk. I said, it does. And remember, I had this thought.
Yep.
So, you know, I started thinking, you know, that wisdom was coming in the heart, the authority within, you know. So I took my 4 pages and I decided to show it to different businesses. You know what I said? I said, I know you're looking at 4 pages, but this is going to be a 32-page magazine. How can I invest? You see that?
Yep.
I went to relatives and friends. How can I invest? Because they saw excellence. When people see excellence, like what you're doing, what are they going to do? Invest. They want to know more. Well, you're talking about incentive. That was my incentive. You show people what you have as your starting point, even though you haven't gotten to middle ground. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You go in there with your product in hand. You go in there with your design in hand. You go in there with your thoughts at hand. And you say, what you see now is not what you're going to see 6 months later. But they see excellence. They see your confidence. They hear wisdom, your stature, your morality. And then they say, well, how can I invest? You understand what I'm saying? So for every leader, don't believe that the polished work begins in the beginning. No. The format and the design begins in the beginning. And as time progresses, then you move into greater realms of excellence and an attachment to what you've been called to do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. You said something, I'm going to go back. You say you had asked, your husband had asked you how you going to pull that off, right? One thing that we talk about on the podcast is whom you married could break you, could make you.
Right.
You know, having that spouse, having your husband saying what that, how you gonna pull that off? Like speaking life basically into your vision,
right.
You know, support you,
right?
You know, how is it important, like to have a spouse? Because there's people that's listening, that's watching this. They might not have that spouse, or they might have like, how important is it in society today? Like who you married matters. Now it matters. Like it could break you. Like, can you speak on that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, my husband and I courted. We didn't date. We courted. But what were we doing? He's my best pal. He is my best friend. Prior to marriage, I could tell him anything. I can tell him my aspirations and my desires, and he just sit and listen. As a matter of fact, on the first time he took me out, now we both live in Maryland. He said, well, why not have dinner in Delaware? You know what my mother said? Is he married? Why are you having dinner in Delaware? Why can't you have it in Maryland? You know how mothers can be, you know. And I thought about that for a minute, but and I said, let me get that out of my head. Let me get that out of my head, you know, because I liked him. We had dinner in Maryland, in Delaware. You know, we talked straight for about 4 hours.
Wow.
I knew right then this man would undergird me and I would undergird him. I knew that there was closure in that first courtship. I knew there was closure. If I had to hem and haw around what to say or try to say something that could be more appealing, then it was the wrong person. Well, when he said to me, when I woke up that morning, how are you going to pull this off? He wanted to know how I was going to do it so that he could undergird it. He could do this. See, undergird means I'm going to do this, lift you up.
Yeah.
You see. So you have to have such a abiding friendship. Anyone ask me who's my best friend? My husband. Who's your best pal? My husband. Who can you talk to about everything? My husband. You understand?
Yep.
Now I'm going to be real raw about this. I'm going to be real raw. If you don't have a best friend in your spouse, it may be detrimental for some, but not for all. You understand? Because I can't judge a marriage. I can only talk about what worked for me. Because if I judge somebody else's marriage or say, you should do it this way or should, no. No. What I'm saying, what worked for me. But you have to be readily discerning about whether or not this is the right person for you. Because I'm going to tell you after a while, when you get up there in those 70s and 80s, if you're still active, sex is not going to do it for you. You're going to have to learn communication.
Yep.
You're going to have some serious communication skills. For some, 60s, it's all over. Yeah, I'm done. You know, come on, let's be real.
Yep.
So what do you have? All the kids are gone. So what do you have? And when you never had conversation, what do you have now? You're going to have to make up conversation. No. Mm-mm. Did that answer your question?
That answered my question.
I hope that answers somebody's question.
That's
I hope it did.
with the magazine.
Yes.
Because we seen it. No.
Yes.
No. We was in the magazine. We see the work that you put into the magazine. It's a beautiful thing that you're doing.
Yes. Thank you.
And the success, right? That come with a success. We was talking about the lesson.
Yes.
No. What's one of your greatest investment? One of your greatest investment throughout your journey?
My child.
Okay.
My child. I'm going to say it again. My child is my greatest investment. You understand?
Yep.
If we can't invest in our children, that's not wisdom. Why? Because our children are we leave a legacy with our children. If I can't invest in my child, and if I can't invest in my husband, you understand what I'm saying here? Then how can I invest in anything else above them? Then I'm shortcoming. There's a shortcoming in my family. I can't wear a fur coat in 20-degree weather and have a sweater on my child. Do you hear what I'm saying? I can't wear fashionable boots in the winter and my child is in 30-degree weather wearing sandals. You understand what I'm saying? I can't go on illustrious vacations and my child has never left the state. You hear what I'm saying? My greatest investment is my child. That's how my mother and father treated my brother and I. We were their greatest investment. They're both deceased, my mother and father. Oh, but if they had not done it, if there was only I, me, egotism in the equation, I don't know where I would be. I really don't know where I would be. The greatest investment. You and Gigi are doing that. That's the greatest investment. Sometimes you go without so they can have. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? We can't say I birthed you into this world and I can take you out. No, I birthed you in this world and I'm going to give to you. I'm going to give to you. I'm going to make sure your life is plentiful. I don't care if I'm 80. I am still investing. How am I doing it? I'm investing with words of kindness. I'm investing with words that will ignite a new promise. I'm investing with everything I have. Why? Because when I'm not here, when I take my last breath, I want to know that my child is secure. Oh, I'll tell you. I'm almost brought to tears just saying this. Why? Because I've seen the opposite so many times. I can't even figure that out. I can't figure it out. And you know who is pleased with that? Elohim. The mighty one, our Father, who sits on the throne. They are a gift to you. You don't throw a gift away.
Right. That's true. That's true.
You understand?
Yes.
That's my greatest investment. It's not in diamonds. It's not in houses. It's not in rubies. It's not in clothes. I can tell you right now, I'm very comfortable wearing the same jeans every day as long as they're clean and a good old fashioned t-shirt and get my derriere to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you, name this program should say, I dare for you to tell the truth.
Oh, man. You just, this is feeling, this conversation, man, I'm loving it because we're being real, being honest.
God, yes.
And this is the reason that we create the podcast, right? When you say like the greatest, like you say so many things, the greatest investment, it's your kids. It's a gift that God gave you.
Yeah.
You can't throw that gift away.
No.
Anything that God gave you, if it's a gift, you can't throw it away. You got to nurture that gift.
Yeah.
No, you got to invest anything that you can for them to have a better life.
That's right.
No? And I know coming from, I wasn't born here. No, I wasn't born in this country. So there's a lot of stuff that the sacrifice that my mom had made for us to be here. And now having kids now, I want them to have a better life. A way better life than me. Not just financially, no, but the emotion, all the stuff that I didn't get when I was a kid. Now as a father, it's up to me now to nurture that gift that God gave me.
Yes.
And I know it's not easy. We could talk about that. It's not easy. Was it yesterday I was having a conversation with one of my, my barber, Sharp, and, Joshua Copeland. He's a singer, singer. And we was having a conversation and we was talking about kids. And, my barber was like, before we say anything, God is love and love is patient. But a lot of people forget that the patient part, you got to have patience.
Yes.
God is love and love is patient.
That's right.
They all go together.
That's right.
So the investment comes with a lot of work, but you cannot throw that gift away.
You cannot throw that gift away.
So I'm glad that you share that because having kid, I understand.
That's right.
I understand. We both want to leave a legacy.
So, and we bring correction.
Yes.
We bring correction, and so that there is due diligence in their lives.
Yep.
You see, without bringing correction, that's still a form of hatred. Our Father does the same thing. He brings correction, which is not a form of hatred.
Yep.
It's a form of ahava. In Hebrew, that means love. It's a form of love. You see, love is patient because it has an expectation. You see, with patience, there's an expectation. As a matter of fact, when we don't patiently do certain things, we will miss the expectation. We will overrule what is to come. And so it leaves us flatlined. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and you're right. The greatest investment is not only the monetary endeavors, and that's part of it.
Yep.
But the greatest investment is also the opportunity to sit down with your child. And you teach them when they rise. You teach them while they're in the bathroom. You teach them while they're sitting at the table with you. You teach them while they're in the car. You teach them as they come. You teach them as they go. What am I speaking about? You're teaching them wisdom. You understand?
Nice.
And learning how to make those choices that will epitomize what you've already taught. So you can look back like this and say, she got it.
Yep.
He got it. You see, my husband, Bill Lee, and Bill, I adore my husband. And I also adore my son. You see. So in that adoration, there is the giving.
Yep.
You see, there's a passage of scripture that says the wife is to submit to the husband. Well, see, in our thinking, in our modern thinking, there's something that's the antithesis of that thinking, which is the original intent of what that scripture means. To submit means to undergird. So as the wife is undergirding the projects, undergirding the vision,
Yep.
undergirding the purpose, who's advancing? Both of you together.
Yes.
That's what that means. It's an advancement together. You see.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm having fun. Can I do this tomorrow? I'm coming at 12.
Go ahead.
You know, that's okay.
You love to empower women, Black women. You know?
Yes.
You love to empower those. Like, can you speak on that? Like, what made you want to do that? Now, what made you? Because not everybody. No, not every. Like, what made you want to empower Black women? Could be in business, anything.
Yeah.
No?
And it's women of color.
Yes.
Women of color. So it doesn't matter what nationality you are,
Yep.
or where you were born, what language you speak, women of color. Because I didn't see us. And that bothered me. I said, I don't see us, U.S. But this is what was so essential to me. Just because I didn't see us wasn't it. Only it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted women of color to receive what they needed in a magazine, what they wanted in a magazine, and what they didn't even know they did need. Does that make sense? There are 17 writers from different parts of the United States, even from Nassau, Bahamas.
Nice.
We have now 2 writers who are men. There are 50 people that help every quarter with this magazine, from advertisers, or over 50 actually, with advertisers, writers, people who are distributing, people who are picking up magazines and taking them to different areas. So, I didn't see us. That was the first. And second, I wanted the writings to speak to what we needed to hear. The number one thing that everyone says they love about the magazine is the content. I said, hot diggity dog.
Oh.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And then I'm asked, the women are beautiful. You know, they're so beautiful. Where do you find that? You know, the content is so extraordinary. There are people asking for the magazine before the magazine comes out. They're going to stores, calling stores. Is the magazine there yet? Is the magazine there yet? So we're doing exceptionally well. We're in different countries now through the digitized magazine. Yep. And we are helping so many other businesses. You know, now we're at the point where we're doing radio so that even the writers will have an opportunity to be on radio. And we've got subject matter that is just explosive, from parenting to geriatrics, to our hairology section, to leadership, to business, and just food addictions. Yep. And these are people that are professionals in their field. People ask me, well, how do you find your writers? I listen to them talk. Okay. When I listen to them, I say, oh, that's a professional right there. This person really knows their field. And I say, can you write for the magazine? So, oh, no. I'm not a writer. Oh, no. I can't do that. I said, yes, you can. I said, everything you just spoke, you could pen on paper. Yeah. So, our designer is not even from the United States, a graphic artist. We work together. I do the layout. I give her all the materials that she needs, and we work in collaboration. You see, so there are a lot of pieces to this, and it takes a lot of work.
It does. Yes, it's a beautiful. I'm not just saying that it's a beautiful magazine, like the layout and everything. Oh. Do you have a copy of it?
I sure do.
Right, let's show the audience.
I want to never ask.
Yeah, no, let's show the audience. So yeah,
this is
it right there.
This is our most recent.
As you can see, this is it. We're not just saying that. She's not just saying that. No, this is the work. Yeah. We've seen it. And just every quarter, we receive it. And it's the story that's in the people that's in there, like like you said, the content.
Yes,
it's beautiful.
It is, and it flies off the shelves. Men are reading it. Women are reading it. People of all different backgrounds are reading the magazine. And as a matter of fact, we have a foreword in the magazine. Most forewords are found in a book, but we have a foreword in the magazine.
That's new.
Yeah, we've been doing that for a while, and we're just moving in so many vivid directions with this commentary, with this publication, and I'm extremely excited. All the clients that are inclusive. In the beginning, I used to have to go out and find clients, find people, advertisers. Now advertisers are calling me, you see. And I work with them with the design. I work with them on branding. How do you want this done? How do you want the design? Now we're designing their ads as well. So we're extremely excited about that. And My Mind Beautiful is now, operating in such a way where My Mind Beautiful magazine now releases historic first awards to women that are doing something for the first time that has never been done, whether locally, regionally, or nationally. And we're very excited about that.
That's awesome, man. This is awesome. Like, I'm really happy for you. I'm really proud of what you're doing. Man, and I could see the work, because we've known each other for years now, and just been watching the work that you put into the magazine and the content. Every time you send it, I always go back in there, look at it, read it, and I just love it. I'm gonna ask you a last question, right?
Oh, this is the last one.
This is the last one. The last one. If there was a moment that you say, you know what, this ain't for me, quitting, part of the process. Because we talk about failure, but we talk about, it's something people don't talk much about. People could see you. They don't know what, like I said, they don't know what you had to go through to get where you are. Right. No.
Oh, Benz, that's a great question. And guess what? You want to know my answer?
Yep.
Everything that I've done with this magazine, and I'm also teaching master classes regarding scripture. But the magazine, let's talk about that. Never wanted to quit. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's FUN. Fun. I'm having the time of my life. I'm loving it. Why? Because I'm not quitting. on the readers. I'm not quitting on women. I love it. I wake up in the morning, I study. I have to study throughout the day, design and think, but it's fun. I believe that what our Father gives us is never a drudgery. He adds no sorrow to it. There's no bitterness in it. You see, especially in this context. Let me put it in this context.
Yep.
You see, there are other contexts. It could be bitter for somebody else, but they're still going to do it because they have aligned themselves with what they have to do to excel. So I'm only talking about me because everyone's content and context is different.
Yes.
But you're asking me.
Yes.
So for me, no. I've never thought about quitting because it's fun. I enjoy it. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. What advice would you give somebody that's on the edge that want to take a risk?
Okay.
Right? What advice would you give that person? What advice would you give a seasoned entrepreneur that's been in this journey 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, and they want to go to that next level? So the new person that want to take the risk, what advice would you give them? And the one that's been in the journey, but they want to take their business, their idea to the next level. What advice would you give
All right.
them?
First of all, we have to define level because there are different levels for certain things. If I wanted to take the magazine, let's say, to a different level, that could be more readership. To somebody else taking a magazine to a different level, it could be more pages. So it depends on what level is for that individual person. See, level is such an abstract, and it's so widespread that, all right, well, what did you put in your 5-year plan? Some people have a 1-year plan. What did you put in there that you can excel at? You see, we don't go to the next hurdle unless we've already run that first one. So the level if I'm thinking level, what I would tell an entrepreneur, define what your level is. It can't be so broad that you can't define what it is. For example, if I asked you, if I said, would you have where we are now to take on another level? What would that be? If you had risk taker podcast, take it to another level. What would that be? Your level for a podcast, next level, is going to be very different than somebody else.
Yep.
So what entrepreneurs have to do, they have to define what that means for them. What does that mean? Put it on paper. Make the application. Do your homework. I never do anything without studying it first. I could study for hours on something. Say, now listen, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? See, let me say this. Our Father didn't raise idiots. Let me just put it out there.
Yep.
He has aligned us to make certain decisions. You understand? Those decisions are usually, if we are in momentum with him, are going to be aligned with what he has already decided. You see, I could say I want an 80-page magazine. It has to be in 4. So from 60 to 64, then 68. Let's say I want a magazine of 68 pages. That's my next level. But I do all my research. Guess what I just found out? It's going to cost me more to do this. I'm going to have to get so many more writers. I'm going to have to get so many more advertisers. I'm going to have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Now, I had to study that before I even intertwine the thought of moving into that level. The one thing I would say, do your homework first. Research is, if that's a viable, momentum for you. It may not be. This is why some people skirt over certain things they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, a baby has stages to go through, developmental stages. That's the same thing in a business. We have developmental stages to go through. I started with 4 pages. Now, what if I would have said, I'm going to do a magazine and I'm going to start off with 60? I knew I could do the 32 because I did my homework. People are taking risks. You could take a risk that can bring your business to its end.
Yep.
And then you're scratching your head wondering, well, you know, we invested all this equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We bought this building. Did you do your homework?
Yo, she's saying homework.
Did you do your homework? Did you study that out? Did you critique it? Did you go to other people who have wisdom that can advise? Who are your advisors? Are you your only advisor? Our Father has placed people here on earth that have more expertise than we do. Oh, I listen. I take notes. If I'm at a meeting, I'm not taking one note, then I'm not learning. I need something that is above what I already know so I could take that home with me. You understand?
Yeah.
If you're not doing it in excellence, don't go to the next level, please. If you're not doing it in excellence, just leave it alone. If it's not in excellence, don't go. What are you talking about next level? The level of correction is what? The level of correction is what's needed. The level of get my act together is what's needed. The level of, I'm just doing this based on how I feel. I've heard people say, oh, you cook so well, you need to open up a restaurant. Now, they're not talking about me because I can't cook. You need, you need to open up a restaurant. Oh, you know what? My mother said the same thing. My cousin said the same thing. My uncle said the same thing. I'm going to open up a restaurant. Well, lo and behold, about 10 months later, you still got 5 customers. And they're all in their 90s. And they're only going in there to get apple pie. That's a problem.
Yep. Yeah, you didn't do your homework.
Do your homework. Do your homework. I want to open up this and I want to open up that. Do you have the collateral? You have the money to do it.
Yeah.
You want to go take out a loan, but your credit is lousy? What are you doing? Oh, no. Do your homework. I had stacks of research. I don't want to go out there looking half crazy. Do you understand?
Yep.
This is as plain as I can. I just want to be plain.
Yep.
I don't want to do that. You could be dressed up. It's not what's here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just your personal presentation. It's the presentation of your business.
Yep. Yeah.
People start talking about it. Your business is your best advertisement. Oh, golly day. Your business is the best. I can't tell you how many times I've been to places and people said, are you the publisher of My Mind Beautiful magazine? I said, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. Oh, I'm standing there for about 10 minutes and they're telling me about it. Oh, I've shared it. One person with one click shared it to 1,000 people. Why? You don't share something unless you see it as value.
Yep.
That people get mad, oh, they're not coming in and people aren't doing this and people aren't doing that. Well, then you find out what you need to be doing.
Yep.
To change the trajectory. You see, that's not failure.
No,
what did you learn?
One.
What did you learn?
Yeah.
I believe in working smart and hard.
Working smart and hard.
Smart and hard.
I like that.
Someone asked this very wealthy man, he's a millionaire. Well, how did you become so blessed? He said, every time I worked hard, I got blessed. There's your answer.
Oh man, this has been fun. This has been really fun. How can people get in touch with you? With Mind Beautiful the magazine. How people could get in touch with you?
With me. You can email me at info@mymindbeautiful.com. Our email is checked all day long. info@mymindbeautiful.com. You can also visit our website, mymindbeautiful.com. You see, everything is in sync.
Yep.
That's how you can contact me.
That's it.
And our magazines right now are over 80 locations on the Eastern Shore. And now we have people that are distributing magazines in Georgia, parts of Georgia, Pennsylvania, Texas, California. So, we really have a strong momentum, but this is our home base. The Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to put all that in the description. We're going to have all that for you guys. No, and it has been real. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Risk Taker podcast, created for those who bet on themselves and build beyond limits. Make sure to follow us at Risk Taker Podcast, leave a review, and let us know how this episode inspired you. To get in touch, email teams@owigmultimedia.com. Until next time, keep taking the risk and keep chasing your dreams.